Welcome to the brief presentation of ISO 13485 requirements. We are going to discuss clause number 8.2, monitoring and measurement. Monitoring and measurement. Research requirements. Feedback. Implement suitable feedback methods and procedures. Establish feedback methods and procedures. Examine the information you have gathered. Use your feedback to measure QMS effectiveness. Use your feedback to facilitate risk management. Use your feedback to support improvement processes. Use your feedback to enhance product realization. As one of the measurements of the effectiveness of the quality management system, the organization shall gather and monitor information relating to whether the organization has met customer requirements. The methods for obtaining and using this information shall be documented. The organization shall document procedures for the feedback process. This feedback process shall include provisions to gather data from production as well as post-production activities. The information gathered in the feedback process shall serve as potential input into risk management for monitoring and maintaining the product requirements as well as the product realization or improvement processes. If applicable, regulatory requirements require the organization to gain specific experience from post-production activities, the review of this experience shall form part of the feedback process. Complaint handling. Develop and document complaint handling procedures. Establish your complaint handling procedures. Document your complaint handling procedures. Implement your complaint handling procedures. Maintain your complaint handling procedures. The organization shall document procedures for timely complaint handling in accordance with applicable regulatory requirements. These procedures shall include at a minimum requirements and responsibilities for A. Receiving and recording information. B. Evaluating information to determine if the feedback constitutes a complaint. C. Investigating complaints. D. Determining the need to report the information to the appropriate regulatory authorities. E. Handling of complaint-related product. F. Determining the need to initiate corrections or corrective actions. If any complaint is not investigated, justification shall be documented. Any correction or corrective action resulting from the complaint handling process shall be documented. If an investigation determines activities outside the organization contributed to the complaint, relevant information shall be exchanged between the organization and the external party involved. Complaint handling records shall be maintained. Reporting to regulatory authorities. Establish and maintain regulatory reporting procedures. Establish reporting procedures when regulators expect you to report to them. Document reporting procedures when regulators expect you to report to them. Implement reporting procedures when regulators expect you to report to them. Maintain reporting procedures when regulators expect you to report to them. If applicable, regulatory requirements require notification of complaints that meet specified reporting criteria of adverse events or issuance of advisory notices. The organization shall document procedures for providing notification to the appropriate regulatory authorities. Records of reporting to regulatory authorities shall be maintained. Internal audit. Plan and perform internal audits at planned intervals. Establish your organization's internal audit procedure. Plan your organization's internal audit program. Carry out your internal audits at planned intervals. Maintain a record of audit plans and performance. Eliminate all detected nonconformities and causes. Follow up on steps taken to resolve nonconformities. The organization shall conduct internal audits at planned intervals to determine whether the quality management system A. conforms to planned and documented arrangements, requirements of this international standard, quality management system requirements established by the organization, and applicable regulatory requirements. B. is effectively implemented and maintained. The organization shall document a procedure to describe the responsibilities and requirements for planning and conducting audits and recording and reporting audit results. An audit program shall be planned, taking into consideration the status and importance of the processes and area to be audited, as well as the results of previous audits. The audit criteria, scope, interval and methods shall be defined and recorded. The selection of auditors and conduct of audits shall ensure objectivity and impartiality of the audit process. Auditors shall not audit their own work. Records of the audits and their results, including identification of the processes and areas audited and the conclusions, shall be maintained. The management responsible for the area being audited shall ensure that any necessary corrections and corrective actions are taken without undue delay to eliminate detected nonconformities and their causes. Follow-up activities shall include the verification of the actions taken and the reporting of verification results. The standard additionally says that further information can be found in ISO 19011. Monitoring and measurement of processes. Find out whether processes achieve planned results. Establish suitable methods to monitor and measure each QMS process. Apply suitable methods to monitor and measure each QMS process. The organization shall apply suitable methods for monitoring and, as appropriate, measurement of the quality management system processes. These methods shall demonstrate the ability of the processes to achieve planned results. When planned results are not achieved, correction and corrective action shall be taken, as appropriate. Monitoring and measurement of product. Monitor and measure medical device characteristics. Monitor and measure your organization's product characteristics. Establish a record of product monitoring and measurement activities. Complete all planned arrangements before you release your products. Establish a record of implantable medical device testing and inspection. The organization shall monitor and measure the characteristics of the product to verify that product requirements have been met. This shall be carried out at applicable stages of the product realization process in accordance with the planned and documented arrangements and documented procedures. Evidence of conformity to the acceptance criteria shall be maintained. The identity of the person authorizing release of product shall be recorded, as appropriate. Records shall identify the test equipment used to perform measurement activities. Product release and service delivery shall not proceed until the planned and documented arrangements have been satisfactorily completed. For implantable medical devices, the organization shall record the identity of personnel performing any inspection or testing. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Please give us your suggestions and feedback by an email.